Yes, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. From wherever you are around the world, you are welcome. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment on my channel. Thank you for supporting your brother. Thank you for supporting me, Kudzima Zero, from the Republic of Zimbabwe in Southern Africa. So, in this vlog, in this video, again, I want to talk about something that happened to my life when I was scammed for the second time. When I was scammed in South Africa for the second time in my life. So this is how the story goes. This is how the story goes now. I want to listen very carefully and very attentively. Right. So I was on the internet. Then I just got an email from an unknown address from West Africa. I was on the internet. Then I just got an email message on my email address or in my email box from an unknown address. But according to my small research that I did, this mail or email was coming from West Africa, from uh, Benin and Gambia. Benin, Gambia, around there. So now the person was saying that, I know you, I've been following you for some time, and I understand you very much. I know you have a good heart, you are a Christian, and even myself, I'm also a Christian. So the one who was writing this, who wrote this mail, was a female, like, or a lady, a woman. Now she went on to narrate a very disturbing story, very emotional, sad, painful story. She's saying that right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm in a prison uh, in Benin. My parents died, and they left an inheritance for me, a lot of money. The money is in millions of dollars, like US dollars. The money is in millions of dollars. And so I'm looking for help. So I want you to give me some money so that I can talk to the prison manager, and I can talk to the other prison officers so that they can release me out of jail, out of the prison. Then I go back home. My home is in Gambia. So there's a country called the Gambia, uh, around there in West Africa, the Gambia. That's its official name. So he said my home country is the Gambia. So I want to go there, then he access my documents, then I can be able to trace my money, this inheritance that my father and mother, who died in a tragic accident, or in a ghastly motor accident, left for me. So this was the whole issue, that have an inheritance, and my parents died. They left a lot of money for me. The money is in the value of millions of dollars. And at that time in my life, I think I was doing honors and masters again, honors degree or master's degree at that time. And I was very naive. I was very small, young, without any experience about this internet thing and a lot of things around internet. So I was very naive, very, very naive. Then I fell for the trap. I'm like, okay. So then I begin to reverse back the email message, the email or the mail. They said, okay, fine. So what should I do for me to help you? I have a good heart, and I always want to help people who are in distress, or people who are in problems or troubles or in tribulation. So what can I do to help you? Then so we began to chat back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, then another back and forth, until uh, I found myself. At that time, I had a very nice laptop or computer, a brand new laptop, brand new computer. Uh, the brand of that laptop was Dell from America, Dell. And it was a very nice laptop, one of the best at that time, around 2016, 2017. Then to look for a buyer for that laptop. I said, no, let me sell this laptop. I'm going to look for a buyer. Then I'm going to raise the money and send via a MoneyGram. There's a financial platform called MoneyGram, or a financial company called MoneyGram, whereby you can send money uh, overseas. You can send money overseas. So I began to sell this laptop. Then I raised the money to send to this girl. Then I found a buyer. Then he paid me 2,000 rand. I gave the money to this girl via MoneyGram. Via MoneyGram. Right. So then she says to me, okay, I'm gonna talk to you after I what? I'm gonna talk to you after I access my documents. They said, okay, fine, there's no problem. I'm gonna wait for you. Then after I just sent the money, a lot of drama happened. After sending the money to this girl, 2,000 rand via MoneyGram, this financial platform, a lot of drama happened. A lot of drama happened. So on another email message, she says to me, okay, the money it has to come through the Central Bank of Kenya. That's how I'm gonna access the money. The money is there. So she began to send me some documents. So I want you now to send this document to this email. You say you tell them so. I'm like, what is happening? So at that moment, I began to doubt everything. I began to doubt everything. Like, what's happening? Because you said to me, because I was wondering. Or I began to think, okay, fine. You told me earlier on when we first met or via email that I know I want to go out of prison. I want to go out of jail. I got my money that my parents left for me, my whole inheritance that they left for me in the value of millions of dollars. So he helped me to get the transport fare. Then I'm gonna talk to the prison manager or prison officers for me to get out of the prison. Then I go to my country, the Gambia. Then I go to my home and access my documents for me to retrieve or trace and track this money, which locked up in the Central Bank of Kenya. Now you come again later on, then you say no. These are the documents. Okay, I want you to send this document to this email and this one to this email. Then she began to give me words, what to say. You say so. You say this and this and this and this to this email. I'm like, ha! So at that moment, I think after some weeks and weeks, I began to doubt everything. I began to doubt everything. So I had a friend or maybe a brother at that time. I think we were close. Then I called him to my hostel or to my room, the room that I was staying in that university. They said, brother, can you come? I want you to analyze this thing happening between me and somebody from West Africa. So I called this brother. Then he comes to my room. Then he begins to. Then I gave him access to my laptop and to my email messages. The one between me and that lady, me and that woman. So I said, no. Can you peruse? Can you read through? I want you to tell me what you can get from these things. Then he began to read everything. They said, hey, my friend, hey, my brother. No. All these things are not genuine. All these things are not true. I'm like, okay. So at that moment again, I began to sense that there's a problem here. After this, my brother, this my friend said, no, these messages are not true. These messages are not genuine. They are not original. Something fishy here. There's something fishy here. So secondly, after he said that to me, I knew I'm in trouble. But I think I kept on persisting for some time. Then I did what she told me to do, to send the document that she sent me to this email and to this email. And then I wrote whatever she told me, all the instructions and the orders that she gave me, I did to those email messages. Then I sent. It was a painful story. It was a painful story. But to cut it short, nothing happened. Nothing happened. And at that time, the painful part at that time, that laptop was so dear to me. It was so expensive. It was so very much special to me. It was so close to my heart, that laptop. And I had to sell it and raise the 2,000 rand that she was demanding from me to send via MoneyGram. And I saw the laptop. I sent the money, 2,000 rand, to her via MoneyGram to Benin. Then then she's gonna go to the Gambia. So that's how it happened. So this is how I was scammed for the second time when I was at the university in South Africa, in the hope of getting millions, or in the hope of getting millions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars. Then I fell for the trap. I was so naive. What? Then I was blaming myself. I was regretting everything. I began to regret everything. A lot happened. So I went through a lot of emotional trouble, emotional trauma, psychological pain, psychological torture because of this experience. How was I so naive to be deceived in that way by somebody whom I've never seen, whom I've never heard from, whom I don't know, whom I don't even understand? Where is she coming from? She said, "Hey, I'm from Gambia. I'm in Benin, but my home country is the Gambia." You see, via email. You understand? An unknown email, a dubious email. So this is my story how I was scammed in South Africa for the second time in my life. So I lost everything, my laptop, the money, everything went down the drain. And I was studying at that time. There's some other application that I was doing to apply for a scholarship to go overseas, to go abroad, and everything stopped. Everything stopped. That laptop was so dear to me, very, very nice and special to me, very close to my heart. I lost it, everything. So this is my second time that I got scammed in South Africa. Thank you for listening to my story. Very painful, emotional, and sad. Thank you for listening. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. God bless you in Jesus' name. I'm signing out. Peace, 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 peace. Sharp.